Chapter 8, the Chastening. Despise not the chastening of the Lord. At each new elevation comes the chastening, the refining of the instrument and its way of expression. This chastening carries none of the ugly implications of the scourge or punishment, but rather the reorientation and reassigning of things to their rightful evaluation on the higher level. Whereas before I was blind, now I can see. I can see where I am. I can see and understand that which I have been blindly seeking, because my sight has been chastened, focused to a finer point of perception, extended as it were. I can see things which were formerly vague and nebulous. Whatever ye see or hear or know was eons old before ye heard it. The chastening is gentle yet firm. My son, it seems to always start with that salutation. What a richness and love in the very imagined tone of any father saying just that. My son. There is an implication of protection and a beautiful recognition of relationship. A warmth of love which enfolds like soft wings. It is the mother quality coming into embodiment in the father. My son. Can you hear it? It is speaking of you. Your attention is turned from the picture of chaos. My son, if you will, and then follows the magic revelation. The magic formula is given, and you surrender not to punishment, but to the revelation of the how. You enter a new tempo which carries you safely into a new day. Here's a poem from the early Greek. I love this poem. I don't even know if it's a poem, it's just a short little 3-liner, and I've learned it off by heart, and I say it to myself often. Here we go. Doesn't even have a title. I don't even know where it came from, just comes from the early Greek. And it's something that Walter wanted to share, and so I'm not really going to put too much thought into it, because what's all right with Walter is all right with me. And here we go, for reals. My father taught me, and I know, that manners are the cloak of dignity. And dignity is man's awareness of his own soul. That's it, that's all there is. Carrying on with the chapter. And now some of the grosser and more gauche movements must be replaced or resolved into perhaps lesser action with more definite and surer results. Glancing at the former things which are passing away, much of the former success seems now to have been clumsy and laboured. A new tempo has entered in the space between, foreshortened to a vanishing point. At a single gesture now, months of human thought are approximated, and that which is actually is. The fields are literally white, even though it is impossible and cannot take place. A new technique has entered, a technique which cannot be set down in words, but which can be felt pressing upon the diaphragm of consciousness. A sudden feeling of the presence. The Father keeps refining and guiding his Son, not as a punishment, but to cause him to be capable of higher and more outstanding results. If it were not that greater revelations were to be made to him and manifested through him, he would not bother to chasten. And so the word, whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth. He purifies and deletes the dross of human thoughts so that we might be fit for the kingdom. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness. Yes, it is something to be chosen for this chastening. When the former pictures begin to break up, you do not care, knowing that the atoms are to be reassembled into a new picture, for the chastening is transmuted into loving revelation. There is no time to consider the consummation of Sodom and Gomorrah. Let the filthy be filthy still. What is that to thee? On the very next hilltop there is a new city whose maker is God. It is your city set up on the hill and can no longer be hid from you. You have to be loved to be chastened. And when you recognize this, there is rejoicing and calmness with the changing conditions. The breaking shell may seem like dissolution, but it frees the bird. As the musician, who has already been acclaimed master of his instrument, goes again and again to fundamentals and practices the inner laws that he may better interpret that which he already knows, so the master disciplines his sons that they may find in the old word forms new fountains of living waters in the desert made dry by repetition of dead letters. When the chastening is recognized as the wonderful guiding light it is, then in this effulgence the passing of things is seen as the dropping off of so much excess baggage. The new old action as compared with the former as it passes away is like the action of electricity as compared to the laboured movements of the untrained, unskilled, muscular power of man. All the questioning will go, the why, the how, the what have I done to deserve this? I just have to always, every time I read that, I think of Pet Shop Boys with Dusty Springfield. What have I done to deserve this? Anyway, carrying on with the paragraph. Oh, I'm just going to read that all again. All the questioning will go. The why, the how, the what have I done to deserve this? And the comparing of patterns with another, all of it, the moment you transfer the power from punishment to love. A welling up of joy within takes place. Your surrender plus the integrity to follow through causes the miracle to take place, the miracle of love. What will you have me to do, Lord? Here am I. Send me. My son, my son, my son. Do you hear? Here am I in the midst of you. My son, this is the way. Walk ye in it, and despise not the chastening of the Lord. That is the end of chapter 8, the chastening.